It's a brand new feeling for me, natural healing for me. I think you was meant for me. Ooh la la la, it's a brand new feeling for me, natural healing for me. I think you was meant for me. I found my purpose. The feelings that I have is for certain, and I.
Yeah, everybody know I've been dealing with my male pattern baldness, you know what I'm saying? So I've been looking for a product that can help me with my hair. So a friend of mine told me about CJ's Lock Love Oil. So I went out and got me a bottle, so hey, let's see what it do. I'm gonna apply some to my head before I go to bed. Let's see what it do. Well, I applied some. See y'all in the morning. So now let's check and see the results.
Look at my head.
What the
Look at my head. Look at my head. Look at my head.
You is embarrassing.
Look at my head. Oh, Lord.
Look at my head. Look at my head. Look at my head.
Thank you, CJ Lock.
Look at my head.
You the bitch.
Look at my head.
CJ Lock. Roll your shit back.
Still trying to get you out my head, but I don't even know what I want. Just tell me what more could you want? If there's something you need, what's enough? Gave you reasons to love and you fall in love. I'm a lover, girl, you turn into a thug. And now it's got me drinking all the rosé alone, thinking how could you though? If you're in love means to fold, then I don't wanna know, cause I don't wanna show you have me this way. If you're gonna come remind me that somehow you know to do me right, the way I'm feeling it inside, I need you to make up your mind. You got me in 2 minds, how we go over and over and over again. Say you don't want this but still love me, and then leave me on red. Like I didn't send you roses or stay up till your phone in. And love a ghost will love you and you won't know. And love a ghost won't leave you cause we won't fall. And I say oh man, I mean it, it's gonna be known. It's what I do to me. Stay giving my heart for free. You know other girls don't love like me. I'm a lover, girl, don't want me.
Sometimes it takes them a while. They don't send the notifications out all the time. You know what I mean? TMB with Monkey Man. Salute to TMB with Monkey Man. Keep up the good work, dude. I'm checking you out. I got my eyes on you, Monkey Man.
Bring it here.
Turn it up. Pass this track straight to fucking Monkey Man. Burn it up.
Cross my heart, I never cross the plug. I'm game related like Dewberry and C-Dub. So let's talk about it, TMB with Monkey Man. Stop playing games, boy, stay in your own lane. Beating on my chest like a fucking 8. Oklahoma all the way to the H. Body rock, south side, what you talking about? Acres home, pro folk, that's the north side. Holla at that bar bands, pull the slab side. Mike and Brett, that's a domino effect. You must be loco if you think you in the weather circles. I'm in the trade, but I don't see no TV. It's that boy Monkey Man and that Mikey. On the coffee runs early morning with my peeps. Bitch, I'm monetized on YouTube in the street. Somebody call it Zoo, cause Monkey Man, I
So I guess I'm on my Monkey Man shit. Monkey Man shit. Monkey Man shit, ayy. So I guess I'm on my Monkey Man shit. Monkey Man shit. Monkey Man shit, ayy. Moving through the jungle, I can fuck with no fake niggas. Only fuck with real nigga, yeah, you know the deal, nigga. Ayy.
Answer.
Man, what's the motherfucking deal? We're
What you
here
need?
with a.
What you need?
I need
Nothing.
you to put your on mute. There we go. Yeah, what's up, everybody? We here with a Let's Talk About It special. Let's Talk About It edition. All women's panel. I got my daughter. Who else I got? Who's next to my daughter? Right here in the green right here. Oh, I got DJ. I forgot I could pull up your name. I got Marilyn Ashley. Hold on. I got CJ. I got somebody that pop back in. Okay, there we go. I got my daughter. I got DJ. I got CJ. I got Ashley. Marilyn Ashley. I got Michelle, and I got Ashley in the building. How y'all ladies doing?
I'm good.
Doing good.
I'm awesome. How y'all doing?
And we got Lily D showing up. Lily D, you got to go stand in the corner because you late for class. Okay, so today's topic, women, and me being a man, sometimes I need to know things to better myself. So today's topic is what's wrong with these niggas today? And I ain't gonna start with my daughter because she don't know no niggas like that to even know what's wrong with niggas because she's young. So y'all gonna school her to some game. Now I'm gonna start off with DJ. Now CJ,
Hello.
DJ, right? How you doing?
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing?
What do you think is wrong with men today?
I think society has a lot to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Times have changed. The way we raise boys has changed. What we have started accepting and expecting has changed. And I think that all compiles the issue that we're having with men. I feel like we have lost the idea of how relationships are supposed to work. And I think that because of those lost ideas, we have women doing either way too much or expecting way too little. We've forgotten, how our grandparents got to the places that they got to. We forgot, what those values were. And so because of that, it's caused us to change too, right? We've had to take on responsibilities that we wouldn't have to take on 30, 40 years ago. But that's because society has also, started saying things that, there's this whole topic right now of 50-50. That's a big deal right now. Is that how relationships are supposed to be? And what changed in society to even start that topic? That's my question. What changed? That is a big deal right
now. I'm gonna speak on behalf of my thinking of it. I'm not gonna say that's what everybody thinking of, but I think the reason why everything is 50-50 is because the economy is different than what it used to be. You feel what I'm saying? So I would think that if we in a house together and we as one, we can come together. Well, we can go half on these bills because if we want, if you want half and I'm one half, we can go half on these bills. You see what I'm saying? Because that still make a whole. If you understand what I'm saying.
I agree with everybody, coming together, but it has become front and center with regards to dating, right? Like that is what is brought up at the first, second, third date. What do you bring to the table? That did not used to be the front and center discussion for a man to bring that to the table. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think a man needs to know what you're going to bring to the table other than some butt. I think he needs to know that. I'm just gonna be real. We already know what you got, but what else is you bringing to the table? Because just as well as you got what you got, I got what I got. And if I'm willing, because and I know a lot of men will agree to this. If we come together and we split, you taking half of my shit. So what do you got to bring to what I got over here? Because if this is love, you won't mind signing this prenup and going with yours, what you came with, and I'm gonna leave with what I came with. You see what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is, when a man asks what you bringing to the table, he's trying to see how much do he have to work with. Do I gotta fit the whole bill? Can you meet me halfway on something, or do I gotta carry the whole load? So I mean, do you understand that?
I understand and I get that. But my thing is, what happened to trying to just learn the person first, right? What happened to that? What
That's
happened
part
to
of the
pouring?
learning. That's part of the learning curve. Who are you?
Who
are
am
you?
I
And what
is
are
not
you?
what I can bring to the table. We need to, like, we forgot to learn about who the person is, like their character first, which is where a lot of the relationships are failing, right? It's
Yeah,
people's
yeah.
character. Because I believe that if you have somebody with good character, everybody going 50-50, 75, 80, 20, whatever it is, it's not going to be a problem when it comes down to a financial situation if you have somebody with good character to begin with, because someone with good character is not going to let their partner fall.
So so how many women on here agree with the 50-50?
Okay, so before we get off into the 50-50 thing, because you asked what's wrong with these niggas, I want to point a few hundred things out before we can go off. Like, are we gonna give a whole list real quick?
Okay. Yeah,
before we start getting off into some, because we still on. I ain't added what I think is wrong with these niggas yet, and I really want to go there.
I'm sorry. We're gonna come back to you, D. We're gonna come back to you, DJ. Yeah, let me go down the line. Yeah, I don't want to get sidetracked.
Okay, so and that's okay. I got ADHD too, but I'm gonna take my medicine so we can all stay focused because I feel you. So what I think is wrong with these niggas is I think a lot of them have mommy issues. So I'm gonna go back to childhood. So I love that she brought up character. I love that she brought up society. I agree with those things. In addition to, it all starts back in the home, I believe, and what's been taught and or not taught, right? So that's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say a lot of mommy issues, and I'm gonna just say a lot of unhealed wounds. And then to piggyback off of what she said as far as society, right? We there's standards. Everybody has different standards, and societal norms and societal standards have changed through the years. And two, some things that we felt like might have been standard is like, is this really standard? Or where did this originate from? I think a lot of times some things that may have been standard, the origin of it was foul to begin with anyway. So I'm gonna say mommy issues, home environment. That's what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna step off.
We're gonna go with mommy issues. Okay, Monique or Michelle, what you think wrong with these niggas? Cause you married one of these niggas.
I would say Michelle married. How she even?
She jumped
but I married my best friend. I married my first love. You know what I'm saying? And that love was from 11 till now 43. That love never changed. It just got stronger. And I just happen to be, huh? Oh boy. It just kind of got stronger. Yes, we had our ups and downs, and I'm not saying that.
Michelle, you supposed to be saying you supposed to be telling what's wrong with these niggas.
What's wrong with them? Honestly, my opinion is that a lot of them didn't have a man to show them how to be a man. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
A woman can show her son how to be a good person. She can't show him how to be a good man. He needs a man for that. And in a lot of cases, there was no man. And so, you like mad at him because he acting like this and that and this and that, and it's because really he just didn't know because he didn't have a man to show him because a woman can't show him that. That's my opinion on that.
What up, show your love? All right, CJ, what is wrong with these niggas?
First of all, what everybody has said, I agree with it. It's a lot of representatives that are going around. Society is putting it in their heads of this is how they should be, but they're not equipped to actually play out what they're representing. And it ain't all their fault, but that's something that we'll talk about as we dig into this. It's psychological. It's a lot of like religion. It's a lot of misrepresentation. It's just a whole gumbo of stuff. And like they said, men not being in a home does have a major effect. But I have something like that I don't completely agree with that all the way, because that man that's showing them in that household may not even be treating women right. So it's all about like, what has this man learned for himself on how to be a man, and what is he as a leader, as a they don't have it because they're seeing it, but they are not actually building themselves up to be able to live that out. That's my opinion.
Who is this right here? Ashley.
I agree with Miss Michelle on top of me. That it starts in the home. If they don't got a good home, it ain't gonna happen for them in life.
Okay.
If the upbringing wasn't good, then yeah.
Okay, that's what you got?
Say that one more time.
That's all you got?
Yeah, I'm still getting used to being on y'all live.
Okay. Okay, Lily D, what you think? And don't you come on here laughing. What you think?
Listen, because you put me in timeout already. You put me in timeout. Like what? What I think, I go off of what CJ said, because honestly, I'm like, I play both sides, right? I feel like these niggas ain't shit because of their upbringing, but just like CJ said, what if they're Aaron? What if they're in a home with a man, but the man beating on the wife, or the man's degrading the wife? You can't, you know what I'm saying? I know the main thing we like to say is because the man won't end the life, but I really like Ashley and everybody keeps saying it's just the upbringing. Because you can have a man in the house and that can be negative, or you can have no man in the house and that can be more positive than having a man in the house who's abusive. It just depends.
Okay.
And then of course nobody holding them accountable throughout life, whether it's bosses, whether it's teachers, or this, that, and the other. It's just the way that they were brought up and who they have in their lives. If they have mentors who hold them accountable, they'll probably be better off. But if they have people in their lives, like friends and whatnot, that don't hold them accountable for nothing, that's part of the problem too.
Okay. Tay, you there?
I'm here, family. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry I'm late.
What you think wrong with today's men?
All right. So I'm married. I've been married for 8 years. All right. So I just had to get that part off. I'm just gonna veggie back off of all the ladies tonight. I agreed wholeheartedly with it starts at home, but the thing that I see from my seat is a lack of boundaries, lack of communication, lack of love and self-respect. They ain't even got no damn self-respect. They don't even respect themselves. How can they don't have no respect for us? And that's just what it turned into, bottom line.
Say, oh, okay. I'm reading the. I'm sorry. I'm reading the comment. So I'm gonna ask my daughter. Daughter, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What do you think are wrong with today's boys? Do you think, or do you have anything to say?
I think communication and what the other lady said that they don't get they learn it from their daddy or stuff like that. That's what I think.
Okay. So let me speak on that part because I did my whole thing with being a father and being in a relationship is that I did not have no one I didn't have a father in my life to show me how to be a man. And that's what's troubling me right now. But I'm learning as I go. I never had a father to show me how to raise a child because my father was a Rolling Stone. We gonna just say that. You know what I'm saying? Who is this? That's nobody.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
And this is no disrespect. This is a very real question. Why do we have to just be like okay with y'all didn't have a male figure because a bunch of us didn't have a woman figure that was stable and we got it like the worst because we was the one that was responsible for carrying the seed. And this is not no pick a better nigga situation. I'm talking about from a real perspective. Like we got the same thing and then we get stuck with the kids. So like why?
But the thing about it is y'all nurturing by nature. Y'all are nurturers by nature. Men are not supposed to be emotional. And a lot of men are emotional because all we seen was our mom's emotion. We never knew how to be logical. That's why men argue with women. Men not supposed to argue with women.
Can I ask a question? So a father being absent takes away from a man just know how to treat another human being?
No, it ain't got nothing to do with that. It's just that.
But that is a lot of our problems. It's like men treat women as if we have no position in this world with them.
Because you got to understand, our father figures are the music that we listen to. If it say treat a bitch like a bitch, that's what we gonna do because that's what all we see.
But who's gonna take accountability?
Shit, we can't take accountability until we get grown and realize that what we was doing is wrong. You see what I'm saying?
But at some point,
okay, it's like the blind leading the blind. How is a blind man gonna hold another blind man accountable for the shit he don't see?
How y'all don't see y'all leaving us stuck with the damn kids and y'all being toxic or some shit? Like how y'all not
Tay, you can't.
I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. My bad. I apologize.
Hold on. Everybody have to remember we can't. And I'm telling y'all what we can't personalize it.
Okay,
but I'm gonna say this, and I don't. But okay, go ahead, because I'm finna answer that question.
No, go ahead, do your thing, bars. You got it.
Me and my girl had this same discussion. It takes two to tango. A man is not obligated to take care of a child that he makes because at the end of the day, what was the conversation before y'all laid down and had that baby? Did y'all even talk about having kids?
But why was he unprotected if he didn't want no babies?
Why did you have sex with an unprotected man?
Wait. Before we go there with the kids, can we get back to the basics of why relationships are not working out? Because I hate when the conversation always goes to, because it's some single women out here trying to figure out how to be in a relationship with a man, and the kids ain't even came into play. So y'all think we could do that? Like before we go to being at home with the kids and this and that and the other, like get down to the nitty gritty of what is the behavior with these dudes.
Well, I think the only reason why I was saying that is because it's accountability on all ends. Like that's just a situation, but it's just the accountability thing. It's like women are meant to take all the accountability and men are just given the pass. It seems like.
What happened to the village?
So
You remember it
who's
said
holding
it
the
takes a village to raise children. What happened to our village? What happened to
Society's
that?
changed.
Why we
That's
stop
gone.
doing that?
That's
yeah,
gone.
like
But
yeah,
that's
go back
that's
to what
another
DJ
reason why we
Society
having these issues
disappearing.
with kids.
hold on. It goes back to what DJ said. It's society. Society is ruling everything. There's no more communication. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, whether y'all know it or not, okay, this is my thing. And I want to ask a question because there's some things men want to know anyway, but I need to understand this. And I hear my partner say this all the time. How can you hold me to a standard that you didn't hold the last man to? You feel
Okay,
what I'm
real
saying?
quick, before we even go there, because that's getting off of what this supposed to be about. This supposed to be what's wrong with these niggas.
Yeah, but
Yeah, because that right there, Jermaine, that right there is actually no accountability. He worried about why
All
you
right.
holding somebody else to the next standard because there was something wrong with you,
To
and
begin with,
I don't want to
yeah.
deal with it.
Right. It was you, not the last person.
And
the
real
thing
quick,
about it, though,
something that we ain't addressed yet, and we keep saying society. And so, because I like history, I'm gonna have to go ahead and say this. And I'm a black woman, and everybody on this panel happens to. It looks like everybody is black, I think. So I can only speak for dealing with black men. For myself personally, I don't know about everybody else, but I'm gonna have to bring up slavery. You can't talk about men not being in the home, honestly, and the where we are as a people without bringing up slavery and what has happened to our people in this country that we're in. If we could just really, really be honest and get down to the root of a lot of stuff, and people don't like talking about it because people think, oh, we're not in slavery anymore. But the reality is the trauma, right, and the things that are passed on through the womb is real. It's real, and we are now learning this. We are now, it's proof, and it's been proven that they see that stuff, trauma goes through DNA. It absolutely does. And so just to go back and let's call a thing a thing, right? The men were pulled out of the home in slavery. Right. So we really, really, really want to get to the root of the thing and start healing some folks. We have to identify with the root causes of a lot of this stuff, which people, and they just keep sweeping it under the rug. But slavery, honestly, it's called post-traumatic slave syndrome is what it's called. And it was coined by a lady by the name of Dr. Joyce DeGruy. You guys can look her up if you haven't heard of her. DeGruy is the spelling of her last name. She's a social scientist. She's a black woman. She's a social scientist, and she's been studying this for over 20 years. I got an opportunity to listen to her a few years ago on her panel discussing post-traumatic slave syndrome, and a lot of this, honestly, is the root of this. And then it goes on into society and the things that it's developed into now. And so men are okay with not being in the household and all of that. They ain't been in the household in a long time. They've been pulled from the household for a long time.
Okay, so maybe I went about this wrong. Let me ask this. We know what the problem is, so I'm finna go by one and ask what y'all think the solution is. Let's find out what the solution is. Tell the men what y'all think is the solution. Do that seem better? Does that seem better?
Oh, we definitely got a solution.
Let's go.
Okay. I need to write some of this shit down because next week is the all men's panel. And I want to see if these solutions work with the men. Hold on, who is this in the thing? Oh, okay.
We don't know that they gonna listen to the solution because that's why we still having
That's
the
one of the
problems.
CJ said it.
I mean, we say we so emotional in the things that we actually tell them that could help us to be better women for them. If we could get this from them, then now it's a problem. And you trying to tell me what to do and why you didn't, why I gotta be the better man. The last one you was with didn't do it. Okay, you know what? Well, what do you want us to do?
Listen. But listen though, some things can be negotiated. We're not gonna say we're gonna take the whole list that you give us, because at the end of the day, we got a solution probably to why we can't get along with y'all. And y'all ain't gonna agree with everything. But we can negotiate though. We all can negotiate on something. So I'm gonna start off with let me see. Where we gonna go? DJ, what you think? And give me about 2 minutes. What you think the solution is, DJ?
So, you know, if you want to fix a problem, you have to start with self, right?
Mm.
Who said it? High five. Who said that?
CJ.
Yes.
And I'm saying this because as CJ knows, I'm a single mom raising a 6-year-old boy, and I'm trying my best to not raise the problem we're talking about. And I have two perspectives. I come from a mom who's never had a child before, so I have that. Sometimes I make the mistake of spoiling him, right? But then I bring myself back to reality, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. This is going to be somebody's husband someday. So I can't always give him a pass because that's my baby. And you know, I'll let him pass this time because at 17, I've let him pass for 17 years and I've never taught him accountability. I've never taught him how to communicate. I've never taught him, you know, taught him what boundaries were. I was literally just having this conversation with my goddaughter today, who recently got married to someone from another country. And my thing is like, he said something that someone else, I forget who said it earlier, about not having a man in the house. His father was not a part of his life, and he's not even from this country, right? But he wants to be a father. And I'm sitting here thinking, you know, he's taking the steps to say, okay, I didn't have a dad, but I want to learn how to be a good dad, right? If we want to fix a problem, we have to we have to look at ourselves, right? We cannot always blame other things because, you know, depending on what age you are, at some point you can't continue to say, oh, because I didn't have a father in my house. You're now 40 years old. Okay, when are you going to start saying, okay, maybe I didn't have a father in my house, but I got to take responsibility for my actions right now. For example, same thing with me. I don't have an amazing relationship with my mother, but I can't keep blaming her for my actions. When I know I'm doing, excuse me, when I know I'm doing something that I don't want to pass on or that I shouldn't be doing or that I felt growing up wasn't right because my grandmother did it, my great grandmother did, you know, whatever it was that was passed on, at some point I have to be an adult and say, who's going to be the generational curse breaker? And that's not an easy position to take. And it's also not easy to tell yourself always when you're wrong and you have to admit you're wrong, because I know I don't always like to admit when I'm wrong, right? But in order to make a change, you have to be able to say, okay, what am I going to do better? And I can't speak from a man's perspective, but I feel like that's the problem. Like a lot of people don't want to start with themselves. They want to continue to blame everything outside of them.
Well, I ain't gonna lie though. Like I said, it took, cause my daughter is 17. And it took me 17 years, well, really 16 years, just to go ahead and get off that. And yeah, it do start with itself. I had to stop using that as an excuse. Really, not even an excuse. Is a scapegoat and excuse is the same thing, but I really think that's a scapegoat. Yeah. But I think that's the best word for it, is a scapegoat is that my father wasn't in my life. So, okay, Michelle, what you think is the solution? Because you bagged you one. What you think is the solution? Michelle, is you there? And she's disappeared. Okay, Tate, what's the solution? You here? Michelle, you here? Oh, okay.
Is she here?
Michelle.
Hold on.
All right.
There we go. There you go.
Sorry, the mute button. I'm sorry. What was the question? Because I was trying to fix the mute.
In 2 minutes or less, can you tell me what's the solution for a man to understand a woman and to have a better relationship with a woman?
Ooh, honey, I don't even know how to answer that. You know what I'm saying? I think communication is the key, but that's not even the answer that you're looking for. I don't really know how to answer that.
Okay, so we go.
I think I do think if you keep an open line of communication, get to know who that person is, that get to know who you are, we can work it out, and maybe we communicate with each other and we find out, no, we can't work this out. This ain't gonna work. You like this and I'm like that, so this not gonna work. And we can leave amicably, if that's the case. Everything ain't gotta be all dramatic. And that's where the world we live in now. Everything's all dramatic. Well, fuck him and fuck her and all this other stuff. And it's like, no, we grown. We grown. We not kids no more. Okay. Well, yeah, I love you, but you're not right for me. I'm not right for you. So let's be adults and let's move on to something else. We can do that.
Okay. Let me ask you. Okay, Tate, what you think is the solution?
Solution, veggie backing off of them. It's the same thing for me. I've been married now for 8 years, and it has been a ride, and it's been a ride that I've taken this man on. I've had to be accountable for some smoke in this chimney. I had to fix myself to make this work. Once I fixed myself, then I was able to help him identify with whatever was, but we wanted to work on it enough to be with each other. So it's how I think we're gonna make it, or whatever the question is. Number one, we gotta be willing to change something in ourselves to want to make this work, because everything is not always peaches and cream. It's definitely self accountability. It's showing somebody else the same respect that you want them to show you, more than anything. Like it's not going to bed mad. It's actually, like I said, I don't know how to, we gonna keep on saying communication until the end, but it's learning how to communicate. A man does not communicate the same way as us. So it took time for me to understand, the way that he was using his words without me getting frustrated and it starting an argument because I'm getting mad because I feel like he's not saying it the way that I want him to say it or something. I had to pipe down. I had to get off the gas. I had to just kind of, ease into neutral a little bit, learn his love language, help him heal as well. And that's what it's been.
So every time, I don't know what be going on, but y'all be switching. Okay, so we at transparent. Marilyn, what you think is the solution?
I really like what DJ mentioned earlier, accountability. That's I think that solves a lot of issues. It's kind of like when you always hear people, how do you first solve a problem? Well, for one, by admitting you have one, right? Same thing with going to rehab or, you know what I'm saying, Alcoholics Anonymous or Narcotics Anonymous. Like, in order to be able to do that, you have to own it first. And then once you own it, then there's some additional steps that need to be taken, because people can still own things, right, and then not address them. People can just be okay with just saying, "Yep, I admit that," and keep it moving, like like all is well and it's normal. And then they take no additional steps outside of that accountability. So once you begin to be accountable, then there's work that has to be done. And I think that work consists of definitely identifying, getting to the root core. And that's really that comes with learning and knowing self. It's so important to learn self, know self. And then once you begin to do that, which is considered self-actualization, right? When you begin to get to that place, then you can work on the behaviors that are showing up as you begin to understand them and identify them. Also, real quick, I want to address, I I don't know if you guys are looking on your Facebook, because I see a lot of y'all look like y'all in front of your computer screen. And I shared it to my Facebook, so I have a lot of comments of people commenting on the thing. So I just kind of want to address our audience, because we're all talking, and I love what's happening. But we definitely have an audience out here who is sending comments to the things that everybody is saying. So Derek. Yes, on my page, I shared it. I was able to share it to my audience as well. I'm assuming everybody shared theirs to their audience. So real quick, I encourage y'all, if you do have an audience you shared it with, if you have a way of checking your comments real quick, because you want to make sure everybody addresses your audience. So one of the guys, he just mentioned about solutions. He said he wants us to give solutions before we doubt them, ladies. That's what one of the guys said on my list here. He said to give solutions before doubting them. And then also he mentioned something too that we did not address, but I mean, I guess you could wrap it up when DJ was talking about society earlier. He said we lost a generation of fathers to the crack war, and he's absolutely right. We did not necessarily touch on that, but we definitely lost a generation of men during the 90s to the crack epidemic. And the drugs on war, the war on drugs, where they took a lot of our men out of the homes and put them in jail and caused that mass incarceration.
But you know what? And I'm gonna give y'all, before I go to you, CJ, because I think you, Nick, I'm gonna give y'all a hand clap, because, and the women as a whole, I'm gonna give y'all a hand clap. Because, and I'm gonna say this, I look at a lot of women podcasts. I look at some men podcasts, but I look at a lot of women podcasts, and a lot of y'all, one thing, out of all the men podcasters that I done listened to, I never heard a man say he's going to hold himself accountable and look at himself. I always see them talk about what's wrong with the woman, what she's not doing, what's this, but I never heard the part that he's not playing. You know what I'm saying? To open up to that woman so it can be communication. You know what I'm saying? Because if I keep pointing the finger and saying you the problem, and I take this shit everywhere I go, I must be the problem. You see what I'm saying? So I do applaud y'all for that. And CJ, what's your answer?
So you said we're telling what we think the solution is for men to be better in relationships, right?
Right.
I just want to make sure I'm answering the question correctly.
Right.
Okay. So definitely to piggyback on what everybody is saying, I know number one for me is transparency. It plays a big part in actually being able to have ownership, to allow yourself to be accountable. Transparency is so important that men don't even realize that they are trying to mimic certain images, society, like we said, being one, or the father who was in the household or the father who wasn't in the household. If you get away from trying to actually mimic an identity and stop and look yourself in the mirror, then that is when you can find out what man it is that God is actually creating you to be. So it's important for us to have examples or have for men to have men that they can piggyback on and talk to. But I think that that may be the opposite of the solution too, because nobody can tell a male how to be himself. Nobody can tell a female how to be herself. It comes with ownership and knowing who you are. And when men get away from what somebody is telling them it should actually look like, which is learned behavior, and moving away from the product of the environment, they can start to develop the skills that they need to be who they are. Then they'll find out if they are equipped to be a leader, if they are equipped to be in a relationship. Because like Michelle said, and I loved it, a lot of people trying to be in relationships and don't need to be, because you don't know how to love. You didn't grow up in a household that had love. You probably grew up in survival. You probably grew up in a home where it was embedded in you to you gotta grow up and just be a provider. And then what happens is, if the love wasn't there, this man now is looking for a woman to actually create this safe place for love, but he doesn't know how. He doesn't know how to receive it, and he doesn't know how to give it. And so I'm cutting it off now, but my thing is deal with self. Find out who you are, so you'll actually know who to be to the woman. Then you can figure out if that's the relationship that's going to be good for you or not.
Okay, Lily D.
They basically said everything I was gonna say. I was gonna say it starts with self, and as soon as DJ said it, I was like, yes, because at the end of the day, you're only going to get the love that you put out, and at the end of the day, all of us are damaged and have our own traumas in our own ways. So you can't really point the finger like everybody keeps saying. So if you do the work for yourself, and then I will say one thing that I think we do want is vulnerability. Because at the end of the day, we can't help you. Well, I'm not even gonna say help you because you don't want a trauma bond, but we can't learn how to love your aging if you're emotionally unavailable. So just be available. If I'm willing to open myself up from the traumas I've gone through, just be willing to open yourself. I'm not asking you to do it right off the jump. I know you have to get to know somebody. You have to build that trust, but just be open. Let's love each other. Let's build a friendship before anything, and just go from there. Because everybody else has said everything I was going to say. So, you put me last. So I don't know what to say after that.
Let me ask you this: do you think all men are? This for whoever answer. Do you think all men or some men are intimidated by the strength of a woman's character?
Oh, I think a lot. I'm not going to say all, but I think a lot of men are intimidated.
I don't think they are intimidated. I think it bothers them that a woman can be better at showing the strength than they are, because at the end of the day, women do carry a lot on their shoulders, and when that's shown, automatically, I think it does something to a man's ego. That's just my opinion.
So when you find a woman,
But
I agree with you.
But I'm trying to. But see, okay, I'm gonna read this, and I need y'all to, this is what I'm gonna say about this. It say the foundation is family. If you focus on family, all these I don't know what that big ass word is. Look here, I did a lot of drugs, so I don't know what that big ass word is. What about me goes out the window? So for more, what the fuck does that mean? Anyway, you gotta keep it simple on this page. Look here. So goes out the window. The family but see, we talking about, though, this the whole thing about, we can't focus on the family and we can't focus on each other first.
Right. And that's what I was just about to say, Monkey Man. Make sure you understand, because there's some people that probably came in after we started. This particular conversation tonight is what is wrong with the men, not the family, not the children. We're concentrating on the men, the behavior from the men.
Right. But I will have the men on next week, and we can address certain things. But the thing about it is, we got to come to a solution, and that's what we try to do tonight. Come to a solution on the part. Cause see, that's the thing about it. We'll start a family before we fix what's need to be dealt with first, and that's the relationship. We got to start with the relationship first. See, we did all that shit at a young age. We did all this shit at a young age. You know what I'm saying? Some of us had a family before we even want to really start a relationship. You see what I'm saying? Now, if we want to go deep, we bringing our kids into a situation that they don't even know how to deal with because I got a mommy and a stepmom. And that's a whole nother story though. That's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother topic. I ain't gonna even go there right there with them. Who is this in the background? Nobody. So, all right. So, is there anything y'all want to ask me on behalf of me, or is there anything y'all want to ask anybody? We'll have them type it in the chat. Let me look on your page right quick. See if you got any questions. Anybody got any questions? Okay. Okay. So, do women have a problem? I see this from Derek Taylor. Do women have a problem with stepping aside and letting men lead?
Hell no.
No, I don't.
We
I
want
Absolutely not.
Silver. Hell no.
we want them to lead. We just want them to do it the right way.
Right. It's like y'all be wanting us to step aside for BS. We can't do that.
We can't let
a nomad in the wilderness.
he can't lead me to the brick wall. Like that.
Right.
We can't
in the
do that.
alley.
Right.
Hold on, time out. Let me bring this to whoever who is TDE on this okay, you say, man, this is bad intel. This is not the way to solve the foundation. What God said is family. God brought Adam and Eve first before they had a family. So what is you saying? Adam and Eve had brought, ignore that? Okay, yeah, we're going to ignore that. Because God brought Adam and Eve first before a family came into play. Before it was a Cain and Abel, it was an Adam and Eve. And they didn't have communication. That's why she bit the damn apple. Was no communication. He didn't run it down to her. Don't bite the apple. It was no communication. That's what we're talking about now. Communication. That's why we need to sit. That's what I'm saying. We need to sit down and talk about what us as people need to do. What man has led the single ladies to the panel? Okay. So what I said, what was the question? I got sidetracked. They told me to start reading.
You said somebody in the comments wanted to know, do women actually step aside and let a man lead?
My man leads my household. I don't know. Yeah.
But let me ask you this. Do you ever question him leading the household though? Because a lot of times women do question things.
No, I don't have to, because if he feels like something is off track, what he has been able to do safely with me is communicate. So we don't have that problem.
Say that one more time.
I have given him a safe place with me where the trust has been developed, where he is in a place where he has opened up his heart and he has learned how to communicate to a point to where I understand exactly what he is saying. He understands what I am saying, and we're not arguing about it. He can lay down the law, and I'm all right, Mr. Mayberry, you got it. But he does not let everything go left and then bring me in at the last minute trying to have me to solve or help, or no, we communicate from the beginning before it even gets there. So again, it's the communication, right back to that.
I agree. I want to step in on that. It's trust. I think women, a lot of times, if a man finds it that a woman is not allowing him to lead, there's some trust issue somewhere. So she doesn't feel secure in allowing him to lead her in that moment. Is the reason. There's a breach of trust somewhere.
You want that shirt? Yeah, you can.
So,
That's one of my partners that make shirts.
That's been my experience with that portion as far as leading is concerned. You'd be surprised. I mean, a lot of women. We're naturally, in my opinion, this is all opinion. I think that we are naturally willing to submit if a certain criteria is met. But there is a criteria that has to be met. And again, that's trust. Like, it's trust. It goes back to trust.
I want to tap in on that too, and I completely agree with what you're saying. That's why if y'all heard me say a representative, because my experience. Now you can answer in the question. I was led to believe that he was going to lead
That part.
a certain type of way.
Can you say
And
it again?
then I was led to believe
Mm-hmm.
that he was going to lead a certain type of way. And Tay is here. Tay is a witness to it. I have no problem submitting until I find out that I'm submitting to a representative. Once I find that once that mask comes off, and then now you're not able to actually hold down what it was that you were supposed to hold down, and it's not that you lost the job. It's not that you fail us as a household. It failed on hard times, because I'm that ride or die. We're gonna do whatever it is that we have to do. But it's when emotionally and realistically you signed up for something that you were not equipped to do, and once you got in it. And you found out, I actually have to stand 10 toes down and be accountable. That's a problem. And so the thing to do is be truthful with yourself, and don't say you want a good woman that can, help you to build an empire or come with the finances. And then when you get in it, it's an issue, because now your ego is kicking in. And you actually see that there are certain things that this woman is doing that you just were not equipped to do before you made a promise that you would be that man.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hey, let me go to let me do a little break right quick, and I'm gonna come back, y'all.
All righty.
Cause I can't hear none of y'all. Hold on.
I'm gonna take it off the CJ.
Yo, man, this a hit.
I feel as lucky as the number 7. Never knew a love like this, that Faith Evans. Your headache having ass exes, popping Excedrin. Those who don't appreciate class must learn the lesson. But I've been in those shoes, so let me make a confession. Oftentimes it's hard for us to accept the blessing, recognizing the difference, not knowing whether to walk away or go the distance, figuring if it's worth shattered walls or jumping fences. Part of my precondition. Very seldom I find myself in this position. I wanna work it out like advice from a physician. I wanna see it through so precisely, that's my vision. All I'ma need from you in return is just listen to me. Follow the lead, building a foundation, all this work on my feet. But after a long day, you come be my relief, my release. No stress, cause that's your best. You a love, head and shoulders above the rest. See, you're everything that I'll ever need. You got me weak in the knees, and I love it when you sing to me.
You made me go,
like,
ooh la la la. It's a brand new feeling for me, natural healing for me. I think you was meant for me. Ooh la la la. It's a brand new feeling for me, natural healing for me. I think you was meant for me. I found my purpose. The feelings that I have is for certain, and now I feel like everything is worth it, because I know exactly what my worth is. I'm not worthless, but no one's perfect. The show is over, now it's time to close the curtain. Cause in my past I done went through many burdens. It's only lessons when you fall, so I'm learning. You gotta earn it. You let me go, ooh la la la. It's a brand new feeling for me, natural healing for me. I think you was meant for me. Ooh la la la. It's a brand new feeling for me, natural healing for me. I think you was meant for me. Yeah, I found me, and now I found you, and now there's nothing in this world that we can't do. Like a brush, all your emotions really came smooth. Open canvas on my love, tryna paint through. Now there's nothing to deny. Let our feelings just collide. See, I'm just here to catch a vibe. I'm just here to testify. love it when you make me go. You make me go. Ooh la la la. It's a brand new feeling for me. Natural healing for me. I think you was meant for me. Ooh la la la. It's a brand new feeling for me. Natural healing for me. I think you was meant for me.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
Tay, check your head. Yes or no? Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, bro.
Well, I can't hear y'all, boy. I don't know what didn't happen. This is the devil. Let me see. Oh, let me see. Let me try one more thing real quick. And damn, this. Let me see.
Now I'm the kind of guy who don't believe that chivalry is dead. No. 'Cause I believe a woman should be treated really respect. Don't be afraid. Don't turn and walk away. I wanna get to know ya. Don't be ashamed. Don't say that I'm to blame. Just come and look me over. You find a heart that you've always been looking for. I'll put anybody else so much more. Now I ain't opening doors thinking hanky off the floor. Treat her like a lady. Treat her like a lady. A cigarette if she smokes, even help her with the cold. Treat her like a lady. Treat her like a lady. In this world, liberation so easy to forget. That it's so nice to down, down, down. Lend a helping hand, you can bet that you can, babe. When I was young, my mama used to say, boy, a woman's like a flower with love on your shower. Ever since that day, her words never went away. I'll always still remember to treat my baby tender. You have a heart that you've always been looking for. I'll put anybody else so much more. Now I'm opening doors thinking hanky off the floor. Treat her like a lady. Treat her like a lady. She's a bad son of a gun. I'm her loving gun one. Treat her like a lady. Treat her like a
Say something. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, but I'm echoing. Oh, I know why. I know why. I got two things over. Hold on, I just moved this to something. Say something.
I'm here.
Okay, man. My bad. We had some technical difficulties. My bad.
Have technical difficulties.
Yeah.
It's the
I know I'm about to miss some good conversation. Yeah. So,
please
man,
don't be alarmed. No.
yeah. So, did we come with a solution tonight, y'all?
Wait, I wanted to piggyback off of CJ, what she said. Dang, what did you say, CJ? God dang, I forgot. Oh, the lead thing about leading, about following the lead. That's what we're talking about. So like, oh, can I? Oh, are we good? Can I ask?
Yeah, you good?
So like, okay, I know we're not gonna personalize. We weren't supposed to personalize it, but I think this is another outlook. Um, we know naturally how to submit, but at the end of the day, you have to realize, especially for us ones that who didn't have our fathers in our lives, the first man that we wanted to submit to left us fresh out of the womb. So it's like that trust for men already was broken from the jump. And we try to give chance after chance, but I've always been the one to say no man can really break my heart more than what my father did. So I like I try to give them chance after chance, and then I end up going to men who are just like him. Well, before I was healing, so when they show those same patterns, it's pretty familiar and whatnot. But being that we've kept trying to chase our own fathers, we see that as submitting in a way too, because it's like we chased our own fathers even after he hurt us, and then we lose that trust, but we don't know how to break that bond because we always wanted the validation of our father's love. So I feel like we kind of look for it. Not we, I'm gonna say me, that I kind of look for it with the man's love too. And then you have to get once again that self accountability. You have to learn to let that go. But it's not that we don't know how to submit. It's just that when you're heartbroken from a little girl or this and the other, and you try to submit to knowing how to take a man's lead and he led you to heartbreak right off the jump, you don't know how to do so. Even though you're naturally engraved to do so, you're going to stick around, just like CJ said. If you represent the same thing that my father represented, that I'm not going to stick around to submit. That's just what it is. But that was just something I wanted to say.
I think he dropped off on accident.
Oh, I'm sure be back. I agree with what both of you ladies said about that. And you brought the daddy thing up. That daddy thing's so real. And we're not supposed to personalize this. I know. I actually have been married for 12 years. I didn't know that. I left my husband a year and a half ago. But when I realized the daddy issues, it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. I had been going through a therapy session, right? And I came to identify that I was dealing with daddy issues at 38 years old. I'll be 41 here in January. But when I came to that realization, I called my dad at like 6 o'clock in the morning, y'all. Like, I need to talk to you. So I know exactly what you're talking about and that trust thing. And like you said earlier, she was mentioning that representative. A lot of times that is what's happening. We meet that representative. Oh, he's back. That's good.
And you know what? It's funny that Lily said the daddy thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
For me, of course, a woman like y'all went through therapy and realized that, yep, my trauma from some of my father issues, I was attracted to familiar. So a man made a
Mm-hmm.
comment, somebody made a comment and said, why would you, I guess get in a relationship with that if you knew he was this. The behavior is what I had to identify within myself. I had to be truthful with myself to say,
Mm-hmm.
listen, you are chasing the very thing that hurt you. You are trying to make a relationship with the very thing that you actually dislike. So then, and that's where I had to deal with my issues, as far as like my father or whatever. And so when you know better, you do better, not blaming my issues on anybody, but recognizing why I was picking the wrong kind of man. Because like Michelle said earlier today, everybody is not compatible with everybody. You stay in a relationship sometimes and make it work because you've been taught that. You've been told to do that. But the thing is, you're supposed to be putting the work in when it's a good thing, not when it's not a situation for you.
I agree. I think that's good. Oh, I have a question earlier that wasn't addressed from one of the comments on here. And I think it goes on to what I just said. She said, why is it that majority of people don't pursue resources to reach or solve what they don't have? It's almost like we have to condone someone not learning to properly love people regardless.
Well, you gotta think about
that
it. Our
goes back to
family,
what go ahead. Go ahead,
religion,
Lily D.
religion. You know, they always told us, "Oh, just go to the church and let Jesus fix it." We
Right.
ain't telling our business outside the house.
Yes.
The business
Right.
stays in
Right.
the house. We ain't paying no therapist. I ain't paying no person to tell me what's wrong with me. All that. It's just
And like
kids behavior.
Ashley, like you said earlier, it does go back to slavery because guess what? At the end of the day, if the men and the women went through those issues and never dealt with it, and then now all generational curses is behavior that's been passed down and passed down and passed down. That's
Mm-hmm.
all that is. And so it was a reason, and it's still a reason that counseling was not thrown in our community. It's a
Right.
reason because they wanted us to stay conditioned to what they had
Mm.
actually subjected us to. So if I don't give you the resources or provide you with the resources for
Mm-hmm.
you to get the help, it'll continue to stay broken. And that is why some relationships, not I won't say all of them, but the reason that some relationships aren't lasting like how they used to back in the day is because when you start dealing with the mental health aspect, and you realize that there was a lot of toxicity in the marriages with Papa and them, even back in the day, he is in the streets. His woman is at home taking care of the kids. He is out there having an affair. But as long as the bills are taken care of, Granny gonna stand by his side. Then they raise children up in this environment and just teach them to do the same thing. That is toxic behavior. That is not a family foundation, but that's what the church has taught us to do. Not saying I don't believe in God. That's not what I'm saying. But when you go back, if you go to therapy and you go back and they tell you to deal with your trauma, I was touched as a kid, right? I didn't. Some people that I know couldn't talk about it because Uncle them was the one that was doing it. So now families are falling apart because we calling out Uncle them. We letting Auntie them know y'all been taking up for them for all these years. Let me tell you why I'm so distorted as a woman. Why I have trust issues is because right in my own home, in my own family, I wasn't protected. So when you really think about if you go back and you fix the issues within yourself and your issues with your family, why would you go and be in a relationship with a man that is toxic?
I can't say anybody's name anymore, so I don't know who's talking. But that was good, ma'am.
Oh, this was CJ.
Hey, CJ, thank you for sharing that. That was really, really good.
Thank you, boo.
Hmm.
And again,
So do you think
oh,
a lot of,
go ahead, Monkey Man. Sorry.
so I think sometimes we need to hear women out to understand what we're dealing with. So it goes back to what DJ said earlier that what happened to the casual conversation. First, because first thing off the muscle, we want to be business. What can you bring to the table? But instead of trying to learn it, what you went through, what things you go through, that's what we need to do. Sit down and have a talk about what's the what baggage do you have, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
That's it. There you go.
Yep.
Find out how they grew up. Find out what. Don't trauma bond because if y'all heard Lily D earlier today, she said we can have discussions, but we don't need the trauma bond because trauma bonding is a real thing. If you are healing, you don't have to constantly talk about your trauma. You don't have to talk about the abuse and whatnot that you went through, but you can have certain discussions and certain information does need to be revealed so I can know who is it that I am actually dealing with.
Right.
And triggers, because a lot of
And
people
triggers.
respond because of those triggers. And how am I supposed to know I triggered you if you didn't let me know?
Exactly.
I love that you whoever just said that about how will I know unless you tell me. But that goes back to what we talked about earlier, that self-identification. They may not even realize they're triggered or why they're triggered because they haven't taken time to do the work to see what it is that's hurting them. and what it
And
is that triggers them.
and that's why men have been conditioned to not communicate, because if you don't talk about it, you can't identify it and you don't have to change.
Yeah.
Yes, that was perfect, DJ. Yes.
Yes.
You so
She's so
goofy.
childish.
Yeah. So let me ask y'all this. So, because this is something I'm doing now in my relationship. So, and I heard this before. So, y'all like a man that's transparent. Like y'all want to know, because a lot of times we like to stay bottled up. Because we want to be tough all the motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? But do y'all like a man that'll sometimes open up?
Sometimes.
Yes, a vulnerable
Yeah.
man. A
Yes.
Not
vulnerable man
sometimes.
is
Yes.
necessary. Now
Yeah.
he can't just be over here
Yes.
crying every
Nah,
damn day
yeah.
just because.
Baby, I got something to say. I'll be like, what's going on?
That's funny.
But there may be a woman out there that actually likes a man that can cry about every single thing. That's why
Right.
you got to have the conversation to know what kind of man he is and if you're going to deal with those certain things.
Yeah, yeah.
But
So,
yes, to answer your question, Monkey Man, we love for men to be vulnerable. Now, I want to remember who y'all are talking to on the panel. These are not bitter bitches. These are not broken women. So a broken woman does love a man to be vulnerable so I can identify how to love him. Not to use it against him, to
Right.
identify how to love him.
Right.
yeah, how to respect him. I'm gonna say respect him because
Right.
I think that men need respect, and we naturally know how to love them. So I'm gonna say, in order for me to respect him and not disrespect him, exactly what you just said, CJ. Brene Brown. I'm gonna throw a lot of people out there. Brene Brown. She's a white lady, Brene. She has a video, a TED Talk about the power of vulnerability. I think everybody should look it up and listen to it. It is a good
Yes.
listen. The power of vulnerability. It is good for men and women alike.
It's wonderful.
Write that
You're
down,
right.
Monkey Man.
I don't need to look at that. I'm vulnerable.
No, I'm
Mm.
talking about the
Yeah,
power of
you know
vulnerability. So maybe
The-
you could,
Yeah,
pull up
it's
some
good. No, if
videos
you
on that.
listen to it, you can get some good tips, even though you're vulnerable. Like that's one of those videos I go back and re-listen to. You know what I mean? Because it just has so many good nuggets in there.
And the thing is, I mean, I'm the type of person, you can ask CJ, I think I'm vulnerable at times. There'd be certain situations when you don't want to be vulnerable. So like, it could be a situation that ain't too, like, sticky, and you like, I'm vulnerable. But when they start getting to that extra stuff, it's like, am I really that vulnerable? Or am I about to shut you out again? Because I don't have time for you to be bringing this up. I'm a thug, okay? I'm not about to be crying.
Oh, as a Capricorn, can I say that we're known to be very stoic? Like we're super tough, but we soft as cotton out here. Do you hear me? So that
Virgo.
matters too. Them signs do make a form a little bit of a difference in the personality types and how some of us respond to certain stuff.
I'm a Virgo. I'm a thug.
Yeah, Virgo.
Straight
We a
up.
thug. We
I'm
don't
a
play that.
Virgo.
You ain't gonna see
Baby,
me
I don't
crying.
play them games. But because my husband is being
Me
vulnerable
and
with me,
CJ,
it
we
helps me
Taurus,
to
and
be
keep the
able to
bulls
let
around here.
down my little guards. It helps me to let that down because I'm not vulnerable with everyone because I'm a woman. We don't live in a society where it's even allowed. So I'm not just vulnerable like that with everybody. Maybe some people would know. But for the most part, it's very easy for me to be vulnerable with that man because he is with me. And
I
we
mean, I
live
think
in a
as
time
black,
where you can't be nice. You can't even show your teeth to nobody without them taking it the wrong way. So, no, I don't want to be vulnerable with everybody. Hell no.
and that's the thing. I think as black women, we have to have our defenses up anyways wherever we go because we get treated the worst. And then we try to come back home and be soft, but we on defense everywhere we go because we get manipulated the most, gaslighted the most, this, that, and the
Mm.
other. And we feel like we have to prove ourselves in everything we do. So that guard itself is hard to pull down regardless of who is in our realm or whatever, because we gotta walk around here like this show soldiers all the time. And it's hard. It's hard.
So let me ask y'all women a question. I want each woman to give me one major red flag they don't like in a man. And I'm gonna start with who is this? Because I don't, like you say, I don't see nobody names no more. Lily D, what red flag that irks you about a man?
I'm about to be real goofy. Let me find a real one. A red flag. Honestly, you can't take accountability for nothing. Like everything is everybody else's fault. You're not goal driven at all. You ain't progressing. If you a father and you don't take care of your kids, that's a major
Where
red flag.
is your kid? Sorry.
Like, why you ain't never got your kids? I'm just like, what's going on? They with their mama every week. What's going on? So things like that. If you ain't a good, like basically, you're not a good father. You're not motivated to be a better man, and you can't take accountability for nothing. That's enough for me.
Okay, who is this? I think DJ. Give me a red flag.
Well, for me,
Major red flag.
major red flag for me is somebody who just is just a natural hater, right? Because if you don't like to see other people progress, that means you're not progressing.
Girl, you better speak.
And sometimes people will say, "Oh, he's just hating on his." No, if you just have that hating mentality, that means that you're not where you need to be, or you're not even trying to progress. That's a red flag that I missed a long time ago when I got married the first time. I promise I won't miss it this time. I will not miss it this time. The other thing is someone else said, and I'm going to piggyback. Where are your kids? If you told me you have 3 or 4 kids and we've been dating 6 months, I have not heard you one time say, "Oh, we can't go out this weekend," or "I can't do that this weekend because I got my kids."
Okay. Who is that? Marilyn Ashley.
Women
Red
bashers.
flag.
Women bashers. Men who bash women often. That's a red flag for me.
Cause who hurt you?
Yeah,
Who
that part.
hurt you?
That part. That.
Okay, CJ. Red flag.
You said only one?
I'm weak. See, I already see about to say it.
The most major.
I gave about
The
3.
most major is
If he is against therapy.
Say that again.
If he is against therapy.
Amen.
Yes, that's a good one.
I need to be writing this list down. Is somebody writing this down?
I know, right?
It's recorded. It's recorded. We could go back and watch it again.
Write down the minute mark. 1 hour, 23 minutes.
Misha. You still on here, Misha?
Yeah, I am.
Give me a 17-year-old red flag for a man. I mean, a boy, whatever y'all call each other.
I was gonna say what the lady said.
Roadblock.
A woman basher.
Roadblock.
No, a woman basher. Like, don't try to bash the girl and you already like you weren't sleeping with her. I say that, and I say toxic too. Toxic. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Smart girl.
Yeah, hey, man. She been raised by the phone for years. That phone done wonders. Who else?
Don't be trying to say
I got
nothing.
everybody.
Don't be saying nothing slick about me. I heard you over there mumbling.
You get off this phone before I come virtually whoop you. Let me see. CJ. Touch by take. Give me a red flag.
Inconsistency and a lying ass, but inconsistency.
Man.
Inconsistency. And it's in all areas. I need people to actually take time to see what the definition of the word means. I'm talking about in all areas. It's not pinpointing one thing. It's just repetition of inconsistency. That's a pet peeve of mine.
That nigga man said, "Oh, y'all got a list, no bullshit." Michelle, give me a red flag.
I agree with the first young lady said. 100%. That's a red flag for me. So yeah, I agree with her 100%. And I was really just waiting my turn to say it. I disagree with her. I ain't got nothing else to add. She said everything as far as I'm concerned.
So let me ask y'all this: do y'all okay? Because I'm trying to understand. Do red flags appear before or after or before or in the relationship?
In the relationship, for the most part.
I don't know.
No,
I'll say
no,
it's
I feel
both.
no.
like
It
both.
some
I feel
some are
like both.
Yeah.
I
deeper
feel like after
than
ending the
others.
relationship, I feel
This
like both.
this is when accountability falls back on us as women and men too. We saw the red flags, we ignored them because we
They look
had
like Six
not.
Flags.
Yeah, they was just yellow. In our mind, they was just yellow. And then
Yeah.
you think that because again, being conditioned, when you don't understand that, or you've been taught, oh, every relationship gonna have something that you're gonna have to go through. Everybody got it, it's always gonna be something. But so they were teaching us that those were not red flags. Those were that actually means something. That means that's gonna be a good relationship. But when you know better, you do better. So now the reason that red flags is such a big thing is because when we're having these conversations to find out if this is a person that's compatible for me to date, those are the things that you should be looking for, men and women. And you have to be honest with yourself. And if you miss the red flags again, then that's on your ass and you're toxic.
Oh, got me a charger. I finally found me a charger. Hey, man. Okay, so let me ask you this. Would you date a man that don't want to go to church? But he's still a good person, though.
I would, but I already told you I don't
I
practice
would.
in my
I
religion.
would.
I would, because everybody don't go to church. A lot of people don't go to church.
But he believes in God, right?
Yeah, he believes in God.
Oh
He
yeah,
just
I
Yeah.
know.
Oh
don't.
You
yeah.
believe in
Oh,
God.
definitely.
God
Definitely.
didn't
Yeah.
say you're atheist or
Yeah.
something like that. Now we can't vibe. But just because you don't go to church, that don't mean nothing.
Facts.
Yeah, because I was married to a whole minister for 12 years, and he's the damn devil.
Listen.
Okay. This not what this about. Oh, sorry.
Girl,
Y'all gotta
I want
remind me
to.
again. See, now
Y'all
keep
so
me on track,
silly.
I'm
y'all.
about to come
Y'all
off
Shit.
the
so
camera
silly.
and put my
Hey,
eye in the lens.
Monkey Man, can I address that comment that Dolly just made where she says, I believe that you must be equally yoked with your partner. Can I address that?
Right on.
See, equally yoked is another thing that they put in this. They made it so big, but you have to know what yoked means spiritually. Going to church don't make
Yeah,
you no more of a Christian than going and getting your license and having it on the wall and not knowing how to do hair makes you a beautician. It's the spirit and the work that you put into it. So
Ooh.
equally yoked. It's some work that has to be done to get there. And what we've been taught is, oh, I meet this person and our spirits line up. No, 9 times out of 10, if the relationship did not last or is not lasting and having certain friction, it's because the yokes are actually different. The spirits are not the same. Some of the spirits that's the familiar spirit that keeps a lot of people in fooling with the same type of person. They just come in different bodies because you haven't really dealt with your trauma or whatever that thing is that's keeping you connected to these different people that are displaying the same behavior. So equally yoked comes not only in the spirit, but in the mind, in the body. It's everything connected. But
let me piggyback on that too. So let me break this down to you. We gonna so I hope everybody know we ain't talking about the yolk that's in the egg. Back in the day they used to have
What?
because we ain't talking about the yolk in the egg. A yolk
back in the day was when you had two oxes hooked together, and that's what I'm saying. You can be yoked and still not be equal, but y'all still tied together. Because I want to go this way and I want to go this way, and we pulling each other. See, to be equally yoked means, okay, I'm connected to you, and I might have to go somewhere with you I don't want to go to, but since I'm letting you leave this time, I'm gonna walk with you. But vice versa, when it comes to the female, I might have to walk with you somewhere you don't want to go, but I'm gonna support you because it strengthens the number, even though we are one, because we're yoked together. If y'all understand what I'm saying, a yoke is like a thing around your neck that ties y'all together, and so. Like I said, you could be equally yoked, but you can still not be wanting to go the same way, and you'll never get that done because all y'all doing is fighting against each other.
I completely agree
So you
with
know,
that.
yeah. See, that yoke thing goes deep. I was just letting the person know. Hell, I thought they were talking about eggs too. You gotta get down in that Bible. See, I'm gonna have to bring my pastor through here one time and bust his Bible down. Yeah, I'm gonna have to bring Keep Flowing Dollars. My pastor Keep Flowing Dollars. Y'all go check him out. He's on my YouTube. And Baby First Lady. They will bring the word to y'all. So anyway, let me see. Let me see if I got any more questions.
Okay, that's my first like too.
Now, I always ask this, and this be real funny to me though. But let me ask y'all: do the relationship has to be based off of his pockets? I mean, don't get me wrong; he gotta have something going for him. Don't get me wrong. We ain't talking about no broke niggas. I wouldn't want anybody to who is Minister Boo? Dude, so do the man in the relationship have to make a certain amount of money for y'all to be in a relationship with him?
No, but he gotta have some money.
That's your baby said
Baby
that.
No, he has to have the potential to make the money. I don't think he necessarily has to come with the money. That's my opinion.
Who else we got on here? Lily D. Dude, can you used to have a relationship with a broke nigga or not?
No, I think it's about financial stability because there's men out here making millions of dollars that end up broke in 2 years because they don't know how to manage their money.
Manage their money.
So it's no money amount; it's just the stability of it.
Okay, Marilyn, broke nigga or no nigga?
It's gonna have to be a no nigga. You said a broke nigga or no nigga for me if he broke.
Hold on. What I'm saying is he just not he's probably in between jobs.
Not at this age. Maybe in my 20s and early 30s, but not at the ages I'm at now. No, I'm sorry. That's not an option.
So what type of man, I mean, 20,000 a year, 30, 40, 50, what he got to come with?
So as far as finances are concerned, I just want him to just be like, as long as he's stable, but I believe in men being providers. So I know earlier you talked on that 50-50. I don't want to go 50-50. Will I like if I don't want to do 50-50. I just don't. I'm not interested.
So
because I can I can be my own roommate. I can pay for my bills by myself already. So I don't want to go half with nobody.
I agree. Yes.
So what you want to do? Hold on, let's get into this.
Lord Jesus.
Shit. My bad.
Shit.
Damn, y'all. I'm sorry. This is gonna be the next discussion. Just go ahead and write down. We're gonna have to meet y'all every week for the next 6 weeks. Apparently, that's what's gonna have to happen.
So y'all want to do this for every other week because I gotta let the men rebuttal.
For sure. Yes, we can do this for the next few weeks. We can have a whole series about this because we had a lot of topics really to unpack here. Absolutely.
Okay, that's what we'll do then. So before we go, well, because we done been on here down there 2 hours. So look, y'all, I don't know what y'all got to do. Cause where them damn kids at? Like y'all say, where them damn kids at? They've been missing for an hour
Mine,
and 35 minutes.
you know what mine
Mine's
is.
right here.
Mine right here
Mine is
upstairs.
right here with me.
I don't have any
Yeah,
children.
I'm just being messy,
But
Lemon. Y'all don't mind
I
me.
do want to answer the finance question. Can he be broke? Like, no, ain't nobody dating nobody broke. Does he have to make as much as me? No. But if he come in here, I expect growth. We gotta build together. You can't stay here at 20,000 and we're together. No, that 20,000 gotta hurry up and turn into to 60 and 70. So
It's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with
You
that.
know,
Okay. So
well, growing up, they always like everything should be 50-50. And I was always wondering, well, how come I can't get 100 and you can't get 100? We can have 200. And because you giving 50-50, I'm not getting all of you.
I agree.
we
I had to
going
tell my
50-50 on
husband,
these bills. You can
yeah, I really don't have no problem like with and hey, to each his own. I don't have a problem doing the 50-50 because like we not no we're here together and I feel like why don't put no
but aren't you
strain.
not leaving 50% of yourself out of it?
Say that again.
But aren't you not leaving 50% of yourself out of it?
No,
If
I'm
he
talking
giving
about
50,
I'm talking about splitting the bills. I'm talking about the bills. I'm saying if we're together, we're married, we live in this house. I don't have no problem with paying half the rent, paying half the lights, paying half the. I don't have a problem with that because it allows us an equal opportunity to be in this house, taking care of this house, spending time with each other. If all of the bills is just on him, now he got to make sure that he has a job or the income has to be for him to take care of everything. And so that means he's gonna be putting in some real intensive hours. And in these streets, I want him to be at home sometime. So if we tackle this thing together, guess what? Bam. No, not too much stress on you, not too much stress on me. That's just my perspective.
Amen.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. I thank y'all ladies for coming. Yeah, we're gonna have to continue this because this was pretty good. It started out kind of rough, but hey, man, we came in with a smooth landing at the end.
It always starts
Yes,
off
sir.
rough.
Yeah. So with that being said, man, look here, man. Anybody got something they want to say? Anybody got something they want to say before we go?
Everybody, I enjoyed it so much. I really sat back and listened to a lot of it. I have pointed out to you Monkman and CJ that I did have a stroke last year, so my mind is kind of scattered. I know what I want to say, but then when I'm getting ready to say it, it don't come out. But
shit, don't worry.
And y'all never let me y'all make fun of me for it. Y'all let me do what I'm gonna do. I might have got off the subject. You just gonna like see that is she just guided me back. So I love the channel. I love what we do. I'm here every week. I'm here. Let's
Look
do
here,
it.
man. Don't even worry about it. If y'all want to help Michelle, remember just send me a cash app. That's all y'all got to do.
Oh God.
Y'all want to help her?
Lord
Send me a
Jesus.
cash. Don't worry about it. There go my cash app. Just send me a cash app, and we're gonna help you remember. Amen. Yes,
Amen.
I I definitely want to thank all of the guests. Of course, if this is your first time on here, then thank y'all, because this is something that we do every week. We do talk about it Thursdays every week. Monkey Man is the host. He started this and he brought us all in, really took to us and allowed us this safe place to be able to express ourselves healthy, because everything doesn't have to be a debate. Your opinion is your opinion. Your perspective is your perspective. And if we could talk about it and continue to bring awareness to some of the things that we don't get to talk about in life, we are helping ourselves and helping somebody else. So definitely want to say thank you, ladies, for choosing to take some time out today and actually join us and be a part of this. And I got some good stuff from everybody. Like, I loved it all. And if Monkey Man said we're going to continue it, then I will see you ladies on not next week, because it's the men, the week after next.
Christmas week, right?
There you go.
Oh, we might miss out on it too. But, well, I don't celebrate Christmas, but you know what I'm saying? And just because I don't celebrate Christmas, send me a cash app. Because I don't want to celebrate it. Give me a present. Just send me a cash app. And
I need a cash app too, because I don't celebrate Christmas either. I just want the food. I just want the food. I don't celebrate Christmas, and I haven't in a long time.
And we do
So
accept
who
food
cooking?
stamps
Because I'll
over
be
here
too.
too.
That's funny.
Not the food stamps.
Transparent. I don't know why your whole name is Transparent.
So, that's not really my name. When I left my husband, I changed my Facebook name, y'all, to Transparent Marilyn Ashley, because I was getting ready to be real fucking transparent online, okay? After the shit that I went through. So I had to change my name to match what was about to go down on them stats. But real quick, I just want to thank y'all. I enjoyed the panel. Y'all were amazing. And I need to make sure that I am tuning in on Thursdays and just hearing y'all, because y'all were an amazing group of people to tap in tonight. So thank you guys for welcoming me on the panel this evening. I absolutely enjoyed you all, and I learned a lot and was able to grasp things from everyone as well. So thank you guys.
Yes, thank you all. I really enjoyed this. CJ, thank you for the invitation. I have a lot to talk about, so I will be back.
Yes. Baby girl, you got something you want to say?
No, I just feel like with all the ladies up in here, they helped me, help me with all the stuff I've been going through with who. So yeah.
That's awesome right there.
Send me a cash app so my daughter don't have to go through with who. Anything to help. Anything can help. Just there you go right there. Amen. Let's take it away. Okay, who this is? Lily D.
Hello. No, I'm playing.
Yeah.
This was so fun, for real though. It was like hearing everybody else's perspective, and we were all able just to talk, no arguing, no debating, and just have fun. We'll be back. Yes, ma'am.
Amen. Check out Lily D. What's your name of your album? Free?
It's called Free.
Yeah. It ain't free though. So look here. Send me a cash app.
How you gonna ask the cash app for my album?
Man, look here. This is my program. It ain't free. Look here. The album is called Free. But y'all can buy it from me and just send me a cash app. That's all I ask. Look here, man. Now, thank y'all, man. Y'all, it was beautiful. This was a beautiful thing. I learned some things that's gonna help me a little bit. I still got some questions I need to ask, and y'all need to help me and my daughter become. Well, we helping each other, and that's the thing about it. That's why I want to bring her in there, because I want her to meet some women other than her mother that goes through things, and how just hear different aspects. Sometimes you hearing the same thing from the same person gets played out. So maybe some her mama done said, y'all done said, and it's connecting. You see what I'm saying? If y'all understand what I'm saying. So with that being said, I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Pray for somebody you don't like, because that might be the blessing that you need to get over the hump. With that being said, we got this beat.
turn it up. Pass the track straight to fucking monkey
Good night,
man.
everybody.
Good night.
I
Good
never
night,
crossed the
y'all.
plug. I'm game related like Dewberry and C-Dub. So let's talk about it. TMB with Monkey Man. Stop playing games, boy. Stay in your own lane. Beating on my chest like a fucking 8. Oklahoma on the way to the H. Body rock Southside. What you talking about? Eggers home, pro, that's the north side. Holla at that bar bands, full of slab side. Mike and Pratt, that's a domino effect. You must be loco if you think you in the winner circles. I'm in the tray, but I don't see no TV. It's that boy Monkey Man and that Mike D. On the coffee run early morning with my peeps. Bitch, I'm monetized on YouTube in the street. Somebody call it Zoo, cause Monkey Man, I
So I
act
get
like
some of my
police
monkey
beat.
man shit, monkey man shit, monkey man shit, ayy. So I get some of my monkey man shit, monkey man shit, ayy. Moving through the jungle, I can fuck with